So I have an alien makeup tutorial for you guys today. I'm finally getting around to editing this thing. I was debating not putting it up because the angle isn't the greatest in this tutorial. That's what happens when you film late at night. But I've decided to anyway, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is I'm putting on a primer. I use the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. And then I am gluing down my eyebrows, and then I'm covering up with some white eyeshadow. Now I'm just sketching out all of the many eyes that are going on my face. I am throwing some underneath my eyes. It's a great way to cover up bags, you guys. And I also made some eyeballs out of my eyebrows. Then I'm taking this Maybelline Dream Wonder Fluid and I mixed it with some of the white foundation mixer from NYX, and I'm putting that all over my face. Then I decided I want my face to be even paler, like sickly pale, but totally alien cute. So I took the Sephora, what is this? It's like a color corrector in lavender, and I just put that all over my face as well. And then I blended it out with my lovely beauty blender. And then I took this Kat Von D white concealer and I put some of that all over my face. I'm just putting a bunch of stuff all over my face, trying to pale it out. To brighten up the face a little bit, from paling it out, I took this NYX yellow eyeshadow and I'm just kind of like contouring with it, putting it all over the perimeter of my face. Do you guys see that band-aid on my thumb? I actually had a really bad splinter when I was filming this. It was a really bad splinter. Okay, I'm a total baby when it comes to like splinters and needles and things like that. But yeah, so after I took some of that yellow, I decided to take Slowburn from the Urban Decay Electric palette and I just deepened up my contour. And then I took Jilted and I just put some of that like all around my face, on my nose. And I am just really like just throwing it everywhere basically, and like emphasizing certain areas and contouring certain areas like my nose, my cheekbones, underneath my lips. And I decided to like bring out my lips because I was really digging, I don't know, I wanted like a clowny looking alien. I had so many influences for this look. And I drug some down my cheekbone, or down my chin, and I just wanted like a very chiseled, very kind of dramatic looking facial structure. Now to start detailing all of these eyes. So I am taking my Mehron white paint and I'm just filling in the white area of the eyes. Once I got done that, I took Sweet Cloud from the NYX Lid Lingeries and I put that on my lids to act as a primer. And then I took my, what is this, Lemon from Makeup Geek, and I just put that like in my crease and I kind of like brought it into my temples, put it underneath my eyes and on my cupid's bow, just all around my face. After that, I took the Cosmic Gel Liner from NYX in Infinite Star and I put that on my lips. I'm kind of being messy with how I apply it. And then I took the Cosmic Gel Liner in Interstellar and I put that like on my nose, kind of put it on my chin and stuff. Then I started to add some details to one of the eyes, so I filled it in with the NYX Primal color in green and also did some highlights with the NYX Primal color in yellow. And then I took this Jordana lip liner in tawny and I added some like skin tony, like fleshy foldy details to the eyes with this lip liner. I just did like the eyelid folds and then like the teardrop area. And then I took Slowburn and I started to kind of add some like detail or some shading to those folds. And then I took the NYX Infinite Brights palette and I took one of the orangey shades from that and I just added some more details. This is all just shading. Once I got done that, I took some of that blue from that Ultimate Brights palette and I just added some shading to the whites of the eyes because the whites of your eyes aren't just pure white. They have a little bit of something, something too. And then I took a yellow shade, or no, I took Morocco from Anastasia Beverly Hills, added some shading to the lids. Then I took the lemon shade from Makeup Geek, added some highlights to the eyelids because I lost some of that. And then I took my Mehron yellow paint and added some more highlights to the eyelids because I kind of lost it when I was adding all that shading in. So I needed like a waterline for these eyeballs, so I took my Jordana lip liner in Tawny and I just created like a waterline and also like a little tear duct area. And then I took the NYX Vivid Brights and Vivid Halo and I did some highlights of the cheekbones and the lips and all that. And then I took, what did I take? I took Bitten from Makeup Geek, and I added some shading to the waterline and to the eyes. I'm finally starting to shade some of these eyeballs in, so I took the NYX Ultimate Brights palette, took like this reddish shade, filled in the eyeball or the iris area, and then I took my pink paint from Mehron and I added some highlights to the waterline and like the tear duct. Then I am taking the NYX Lip of the Day liquid liner in Cherish and I'm adding some highlights to those waterlines. Then I'm taking Vivid Halo from NYX and I'm just adding some highlights to all the lid folds. This is the Kat Von D Shade and Light. It's like the rose one. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm taking that dark shade and I'm just creating like a sort of cat eye thing going on my lid. And then I'm taking Lemon Drop from Makeup Geek and I am shading it out and just like blending it. Then I'm taking Distortion from the Heavy Metal Glitter Liners from Decay, adding some sparkles like all over. I'm adding some to my lid and also onto the eyeballs that we're doing. Then I'm taking my Mehron paint in white and adding some more highlights because highlights just are detail upon detail and it just makes these eyeballs pop even more. I decided to give myself a little wiggly highlight on my nose and on my chin, and also like a little line on my cheekbones and on the middle of my lid. Then I am taking my Heart Candy Walk the Line liquid liner and I'm just creating a simple little cat eye on my eyeballs. Once I get done that, I'm taking the Naturally Pretty palette, I'm taking the shade Midnight, and I'm filling in one of the eyes, and then I am taking Blue Milk from Lime Crime, and I'm just adding some highlights, and then I am taking the Walk the Line liquid liner from Hard Candy, and I kind of like did the pupil thing, the pupil area, and then I took my Mehron black paint, and I am starting to do like the line of where the lashes are, and I'm just flicking out the paint. And then I also went in with the liquid liner also because I wanted to make some of the lashes really thin and just, you know, like lash-like. Then I brought some of that black down onto the waterline to really make the eyes stand out. After I did that, I took my white liquid liner from NYX and I added some highlights to the lashes, and then I took this sparkly liner from Wet n Wild and I added some little tears. Then I just made my like liquid liner, my cat eye, a little bit more wiggly and added a yellow highlight to the bottom of it, and then I added some highlights on my lid. I'm basically just taking a very like painterly approach and kind of trying to add some painterly details to my eyes. Then I took my Vegas Nay Grand Glamour lashes, added those on, and then I took this Revlon yellow liquid liner, it's not a liquid liner, it's just a liner, and I added that to my waterline. And then I started to detail the eyeballs some more. So I just added some shading with a red shadow, then I took my red paint from Mehron, added that to the middle of the eye, then I started to kind of deepen up the eye with Noir from Anastasia Beverly Hills, just to add a little bit of depth to it. Then I took the Vivid Bright and Vivid Halo, added a highlight, then I took Vivid Fire from the Vivid Brights and started to outline the eyes and like kind of outline the pupil. Now we're just doing what we did with the other eye, and I am just putting a black line on the top of the lid and adding some eyelashes. And then again, adding some highlights to that eyeball with the Mehron white paint. I'm just doing exactly what I did with all the other eyeballs, where I'm filling in the eye with a color, then I'm adding some depth, then I'm adding some highlights, and then I am lining it. Well, to the last eyeball, y'all, so I'm taking Makeup Geek Lemon Drop, and I am just filling in my eye with that. Then I'm taking the darker shadow, darker yellow from NYX, and I am like doing that on the upper part, and then I'm taking an orangey shadow from NYX, and I am doing the pupil area with that. Once I got done that, I'm adding some depth to the top of the eye with the black eyeshadow that I'm taking Vivid Delight from NYX, and I am kind of outlining the eye and the pupil, and then I'm taking, what am I taking? I'm taking the orange paint from Mehron, filling in the pupil, and then I'm taking Vivid Halo, adding some highlights. Once I did all that, I'm just adding that line on the top of the lid, and I am just creating the lashes like I did with all the other eyeballs on my face. I also outlined the pupil, and then I took my gold liquid liner from NYX. It's like their studio liquid liner, and I wanted to add like a gold tear to the big eye on the forehead. So I just like drug some gold liquid liner down, and then I took my white Mehron paint and added some more highlights, because highlights are like, just makes everything look more detailed when you have like a billion highlights all over your face if you're painting or whatever. And then after that, what did I do? Oh, I started on the chest thing that I was working on. So I wanted some sort of like galaxy thing happening. So I just did like a galaxy, like my chest was opening up into a galaxy, because I thought that would look kind of cool. So I just did a circle. I like outlined it with a jar, and then I did what it would look like if it was like cut or something in a very simple way. And then I just took some of my clown white paint from Mehron, and I put some of that on my chest to sort of match the paleness that's happening on my face. Then I took my Stargazer white powder and I set all of that. After that, I went into my electric palette and I took a combination of Jilted and Urban and Slowburn, and I just filled in that little galaxy hole with a couple of those shades. I also took some of the shades from my Moon Dust palette from River Decay, put some of that in there. Honestly, like the more sparkly, the more shades you kind of throw in, like if it looks patchy, like that's kind of good with galaxy textures, because you want it, you just want it to look like, that's kind of what galaxies look like. Then I took some more of the orange from the Ultimate Brights palette, added some of that in. Then I took some of this Jessie's Girl pigment, I forget the name of it, but I'll have it down below, and I put that in. And then I just took a bunch of like sparkly eyeshadows, and I added some of that in. So I also added some glitter that I had, like purple glitter, red glitter. Just go crazy, you guys, if you're doing like a galaxy pattern. And then I took the Vivid Bright and Vivid Halo, added some little stars. I also added some dots for stars. And then I took this glitter liner, added some stars with that, and like some little dot stars. And then I took this purple NYX liquid liner, did the same thing, dots and stars, you guys, dots and stars. Then I took my Mehron blue paint and I added some dots and stars with that, and then the white paint, and that was like the very last thing that I added some little dots and stars with in that little galaxy piece. Now I'm doing the kind of fleshy part of the opening, so I'm just taking some red paint from Mehron, and I am filling in that little, like, I don't know what that's supposed to be, I don't know what you call that. It's just like the fleshy opening part, and I'm going around, so I'm outlining it with some red paint. After that, I took some pink paint, and I just added like a little highlight to the red paint. And then I took some white paint and I added some highlight to the opening of the like little galaxy hole. once I got that done, I wanted the chest to be a little bit, like, to have more yellow and orangey tones to it. So I went into my NYX palette and I just added some yellow shades and also some orangey shades to the chest, to the shoulders, to the clavicle, just all over the chest. And then we're almost done, you guys. So I took some of my yellow liquid liner, added some more highlight to the chest, and then I went in with my gold liquid liner and I added some little stars like coming out of the chest area because I thought that would just kind of cute, like they're coming out onto my chest. That's the very last step, you guys, for my alien makeup tutorial. So, if you guys have any questions about this or whatever, just leave that down below. If you guys like this video, then like this video, subscribe, makes me happy, and I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Bye, guys!